Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It has been so long since I've done one of these videos, but today we're going to be talking about the used car market. So the last video I posted was talking about how I lost my Toyota Camry, my 2017, but this video is going to be actually just me trying to buy a car for my brother. And we've been actually doing this for the last 6-7 days, and let me just tell you, the used car market right now is so sky high that it's insane how much people are charging. Let's take a look. I'm gonna pull up Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, but those are the two places that I went to actually try to look for a car, and it was a headache. All right, so we've got ourselves Facebook Marketplace, right? So this place, I didn't trust it, but this is where I bought my last car that did last me 2 years. But he kind of knew what he was doing. I mean, when you buy a used car from somebody, you kind of already know that it's gonna be having issues. They didn't sell it just because it's perfectly running, you know. Obviously they're gonna tell you it's running great, so they want you to buy the car, but at the end of the day there's gonna be problems that show up. So we were trying to look for a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord. So if you already looked, this is the first page right here. Even if you look already, these miles are way too high for what they're trying to ask for. $3,500 is so it's not a bad price, but when you look at the mileage, it's over 180,000, and that's not one of them. They're asking $6,000 for 2011 with 157,000 miles. Like, these prices are insane. Look at this one, 137,000, and it's $5,000. I mean, the car next to it is actually a pretty good price, but I bet this is salvage. Let's see. How much you want to bet that's salvage? I'm pretty sure it's salvage. And you know what's crazy? It's illegal to not disclose if the car is salvage or not. So imagine driving to Anaheim and then they don't tell you it's salvage until the end. That's insane. I mean, it's not a bad price though. $8,000 at 2010, and then it's got 51,000 miles. That's not bad. But you know, there's a problem with these cars. The way to change the engine oil on these is so bad. It uses a plastic cartridge. Instead of the oil filter being one unit, it's just you're changing the paper filter within it, which is terrible. But let's go purely into here. I'm just telling you, based even off of this, it's terrible how expensive they are. Look at this, $3,500, and it's got almost 200,000 miles. Same thing here, almost 200,000. 3850 from Rialto, which is pretty far. I mean, even if you just look through the first page, like, this is a reasonable price, and it's manual. You see, it's almost got 175, but it's only selling for 2,000. Like, see, that's reasonable. You got people out here thinking that their car is worth that much with that many miles. Come on now. What we were trying to do, my brother and I, we were trying to look for cars under 150,000. So we ended up buying a whip, and that'll be my next video. But we had tried to look for a car under 150,000 miles, and between the years 2004 and 2009. So this would have been a good candidate for what we wanted to get, but it's got a little high mileage. It's almost 140, and it's being sold for a little bit over what we want to buy. But it looks pretty good. And look at that. That's pretty good. I would like lowball them. I would ask for it 3. Maybe if they don't budge at 3,000, then I won't even take a look at the car, you know. But even if you just start looking down, I mean, look at this, 250,000 miles, and it's a hybrid, which is terrible. You know, hybrids, it costs $6,000 to get a new battery for it. It's driven 250,000 miles, and he's asking for 6,500. This guy's tripping balls. Some people out here don't know what their price is on their cars. It's really unbelievable. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. We'll go over to OfferUp, and I'll show you exactly the same thing. It's insane. All right, now we're on OfferUp. I made it a lot more precise because this is exactly what I was doing. Keep in mind, we were doing this for no joke when we decided we wanted to sell our beater car because it just had too many issues for us to want to actually put money into it. I think it was Friday, and then we kept going nonstop till about Wednesday. So it was 5 straight days. I know 5 days is not a lot, but when you put your time and effort into messaging, I believe I messaged at least 30 to 40 different people inquiring about the cars because they all look pretty great until you start asking more questions and then they stop responding. So what we did was we ended up looking for 5,000 and under, and then we actually went up to, I try to do up to 125,000 miles. And if you look at that, choices very scarce, and this is not a bad looking car right here. Wow. But see, the problem is I can't even speak Spanish. As much as I want to speak Spanish, I can't be out here trying to negotiate and I can't even speak their language. But this is a beautiful car. 04 Honda Accord V6. My head teller at my branch actually has one of these, and it has a stereo with a GPS aftermarket. That's pretty damn cool. Whoa. It's also got aftermarket headlights too. Anytime I get a beater car, I love to put aftermarket headlights because they're like $100. It's easy for you to place, and it makes the car look brand new. It legitimately does. This car is pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie, and he takes good pictures. This is how you're supposed to take pictures of your car, by the way. Anytime you sell something. Nice, that's a little nice setup right there. But I don't see his license plate. See, that's a problem though. Anyways, that's a good car. Like, I would go take a look at that car, personally. But if you look at all these other cars, I mean, that's a good price for that kind of mileage. Not too expensive, I think. I mean, it's inflated. I would normally, if this inflation wasn't hitting us so hard because Joe Biden's a little baby and he keeps giving us free money, this would probably be a $2,500, $3,000 car. Maybe $3,000, because it does have all the features and it's a V6. See, this makes more sense. 2,700, 125,000 miles, but you could tell from the first picture it's been repainted and it wasn't painted properly. It looks terrible. You see the tiger stripes right there? Yeah, that's, oh my god, they did not do a good job painting this thing. I painted my car. I have an older Honda Accord, and I painted it, and it looks better than this. And I used $6 paint, and they have terrible seats. Maybe that's why it's a little cheaper. Oh my god, what the hell is happening here? Is that a starter? That's a starter. What are they doing? Yeah, it's a bad listing right there. Sorry, buddy. I honestly, it's shocking just seeing that, because when I bought, even in November 2020, I bought a terrible beater car, right? I paid for a 1998 Honda Accord with almost 150,000, 2,300, and I thought that was expensive. And 2 years prior, when I bought my other beater car, which is a 2001 Nissan Altima, I bought that and it had 134,000 miles. I bought that for 1,650. So to think like these kinds of prices are happening only 3 years after the fact just goes to show how crazy inflation's happening. And it's all because of that stimulus money. It's all because everyone has more money to spend than they're actually making. So the value of the dollar is going down. But honestly, getting a used car is way better than putting a lease on a brand new car, because even the brand new car market is getting too expensive, as well as the certified used vehicle market. So what we did was we took a risk. We took a risk on a car, and in the next video I'll show you exactly what we got. So if you like this kind of content, please let me know in the comments. I'm gonna shoot to make more reaction videos, more car videos, and more relaxing chill videos like this, where I'm just talking about nothing. Anyways, peace out.